there's been a ton of backlash to GW retconning their lore and putting women into places that they were never in and saying they were always there, to the point that fans, the true fans, the people who actually care, not the tourists who say this doesn't matter, not the weirdos who say we need to add women into everything, the actual fans who have supported Games Workshop for years and decades, who understand the lore and read the lore, have started canceling their subscriptions. Did a previous video on that, so go read that if you're, or go watch that if you're interested. Sometimes my mind goes faster than my mouth. Like my mouth can't keep up. Anywho, digressing back to the topic at hand. It's all the absolute tourists and weirdos said, we will not be missed. Apparently, Games Workshop doesn't share that sentiment because they're selling off their own stocks because they know it's collapsing. Games Workshop CFO sells 2/3 of her shares amid growing Warhammer boycott. 2/3 of her shares. That's for someone on the board of a corporation to be like, oh, this is going to be bad. I better sell my stocks now so I can actually make some money off these. Rachel Tung, the chief financial officer, the CFO of Games Workshop, sold 2/3 of her stake in the company worth approximately $865,000 as hobbyists have begun canceling their Warhammer Plus subscriptions and have indicated they will boycott the company. And do it. Boycott everything. Also, previous video where I covered the cancellations of the subscriptions and people boycotting GW, I also put some information on there about 3D printing. Go do it, guys. Do it. Sail the seas, PDFs online, print them out at your local FedEx or whatever. Might actually be cheaper than buying the damn book. The subscription cancellations and call to boycott come after the company retconned their Adeptus Custodes army by adding in a female Adeptus Custodes in its upcoming. Okay, yes, covered that. An excerpt from the book details. Yeah, I read that in the previous video. Another excerpt says, yeah, so yeah, okay. I understand that maybe people didn't read the previous article, but guys, put some new information in there. If it's a short article, it's a short article. You don't have to like fluff it up with tons of stuff. Since this retcon and subsequent gaslighting, numerous Warhammer players, hobbyists, and enthusiasts have announced that they've canceled the Warhammer Plus subscriptions and will boycott Games Workshop going forward. Do it. Do it. Buy a 3D printer. And if I'm being completely honest, the 3D printer is, we'll say, more standardized in its quality than GW has been for a while. Like, I bought the old Forge World stuff. That's hit or miss. Like, I played 30K. I got into 30K for a little while. That shit was expensive. But anyway, got into 30K for a while. I had to send Primarch models back 2 or 3 times. Like, these are easily $100 single models that I had to keep sending back because the quality was absolute trash. Amid the controversy and boycott, the business desk reports that Tung reduced her stake in the Nottingham company by 2/3 after the share sale at an average price of $94, which I tried looking up their stock on the previous video, and it's hidden. All the recent price. Yeah, here we go again. Again, no chart available. No chart available. You have to go back a month. A month before the chart shows up. And if we just do this to Sony stock prices, we can get the 1 day there, we can get the 5 day there, we can get the month there. Something weird is going on between Games Workshop and Google listing the prices. And that really makes me think that all this is true on how much they're trying to hide how bad the company is failing since they made one change to the lore. Just one single change. And granted, don't think GW hasn't made changes to the lore. They absolutely have before. But this is the one that actually matters to everybody. And that's injecting diversity into a game that was, quite honestly, diverse enough before. You know, nobody complained about Sisters of Battle. A bunch of people played the Sisters because, you know, battle nuns are kind of hot if you ask me. Anywho, an entire army of women. No, that's not good enough. Women have to be intermingled in armies with men. You know, the Guard does it, but you know, can't do that because they're not the most popular faction. The Dark Eldar and the Eldar. Oh, that doesn't matter because they're not the most popular faction. It had to be the Imperium, and it had to be an all-male army that was extremely popular. It can't just be a normal fucking army. It has to be the one thing they could never quite get their hands on. Finally, the company went woke enough that they could do it. So not only does Tung's sale come amid a boycott, but it comes months after it was revealed in the company's half-year report that she had resigned from the company. Games Workshop CEO Kevin Roundtree shared in the company's 2023-2024 half-year report in January. Also, after 27 years with the group and 9 years on board, Rachel Tung has informed the board that she does not propose to offer herself for re-election as CFO at the next AGM in September 2024. So she knows that they tanked this company. She's like, yeah, I'm selling. I'm out of here. I'm not doing it. I want no part of this. Even the board members know they fucked up. I fucking love it. Games Workshop Games Workshop stock prices declined nearly 5% since the beginning of the year. However, it's up nearly 142.81% over the last 5 years since 2007. The stock price. Okay, yes. But if we're gonna look at this honestly, let's see if they talk about it at all. They don't. So yes, GW stock price has gone up over the years. However, that 5% decline is actually greater from the people who care about this. Why? Because BlackRock invested in this. Because all these woke DEI investment firms have started investing this to take it over. Granted, Games Workshop has kind of had a rough history of hiring wokies. So, yeah, this was going to come eventually. I'm just glad it came when I had a YouTube channel where I could monetize the shit out of it. So anywho, yes, that's 5% is realistically, if you exclude BlackRock and Vanguard, it's done more damage. It's done more damage than people actually know. I guarantee it. But guys, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments section on this one. I want to know how many people are sailing the seas, buying 3D printers, and not paying for books because of this. I'm curious to know. I want to hear that in the comments section. But while you're there, guys, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this one out. And until the next one, guys, be easy like sleazy.